and girls. This video is for Tuesday, May 5th. And as you remember, this is Mother's Day week. So we're going to try to really be on our best behavior for our moms and give them that gift of having a good week. Okay, so let's start off with our book, Twister on Tuesday. So we're on chapter 8, and this is the one where they're having the twister, and we're going to find out what happens to them. Now, this whole week, you have to do your favorite part. So my suggestion is that you do a little bit every day. So maybe if you already wrote about the twister, you could write about what happens today a little bit so that you can fill this up by the end of the week. So you won't be like on Friday or Thursday going, oh, I have to do all this, Mrs. Blanker's so mean, okay? Just do a little bit each day, and then at the end of the week, you won't be so overburdened, okay? Maybe even you just draw the picture one day. Maybe you color it one day, and then by the end of the week, you'll have it all done. So for spelling, we're doing sort 31, and we have in book and in cool, okay? So what you're going to do is, first of all, you were probably wondering what this A list meant, 1 to 5, your address. Okay, so it's going to be, if we were taking a spelling test, it would be worth 5 points, your address. So you're going to have to get your parent to help you write your address. And this is what we do when we're doing our postcards, we're doing our letters, we're learning how to write an address, but this time you're going to write your own address. So let me get a piece of paper and show you how that works. So your address is going to take 3 lines, okay? The first line is your first and last name, which is really easy. You just have to make sure you capitalize your first and last name. Then you're going to put your address. That's the street that you live on and the number. So there might be a number like 4568 or something like that. So there's a number, and then there's a street name, which is going to be capitalized also. Now, if you live in an apartment or a condo, there might be another letter or number, like that's the unit. If you live in a regular house, there's probably not. Now, on the third line, you're going to put the city you live in, like Arcadia, Monrovia, El Monte, Temple Sage, Hawaii, whatever it is. And then you're going to put a comma, and you're going to put CA, that's the abbreviation for California. The post office wants us to put capital C, capital A, and then you're going to put your zip code. Your zip code is a number, like 91006 or something like that. Usually in California, it's going to start with 9, maybe even 91 in this area. So I want you today to practice writing your address. You can write it 3 times. That would be great, but you're going to have to talk to your parents about that. So after you've written your address 3 times, you're going to choose one other thing to do, at least 5 words. You can do more words if you want. So choose one item. The points do not mean anything on this paper, but I put this on the website, just some ideas that you can do. Pyramid letters, ABC order in the spotlight. There's different ideas if you want to choose one of them, or you can do your own idea. Study at least 5 of the words. For handwriting, we're on page 67. We're doing capital I. Now, capital I is a little different because it sort of looks like you're going to start here because most of our letters were going to our right. This starts like an L, but we're going backwards when we make our I. We're going to start at the bottom, make like an L, and make a boat. So that's a little tricky. When I was in school, at first I wasn't paying attention and I was making it this way, but that's not the way you do it. You start here and you make your I. Okay? Then you're going to do lowercase, sorry. You're going to just make an I and connect. I and connect. Now make sure you come back at the end of the word and dot your I. You notice here the capital I is not connected. The lowercase I is connected. One thing I want to show you on the word living, because the V is attached to the I, you don't actually go down to the line to make the I. Some letters that end in the middle, you just start your I kind of in the middle. The reason you're doing this is because you're connecting it from another letter. So pay attention to that when you get to the word living. Do this 3 times. So for math today, we only have 2 pages, and we're going to check your progress. So you need your measuring tools. So you need a ruler or the paper one, the same with the yardstick, and then if you have a tape measure, go ahead and get that out. All right, so the first part is vocabulary matching, and then you need to measure these items in real life. Now make sure you estimate first. Don't cheat, just make a guess. Make a guess. If you're anywhere close, I'm going to give you that correct. But don't measure twice because you're learning here how to estimate and how to get better. So you're going to have a shoe, a desk, or a table. Now when you get to the board, if you do not have a board, just write what you're going to measure, something big like this. Maybe you could measure a picture. But make sure to write what it is if you're not measuring this board. You're measuring it in yards, so you want it to be something kind of big. You could measure a wall maybe. But just write what you measured there so I know if you don't have a chalkboard. Now, in this case, instead of putting the estimate, you're going to write what tool you're going to use. So, inch ruler, yardstick, or tape measure. Write the name of it here, the best thing to measure it, and then you're going to measure it. This is a bulletin board. If you don't have a bulletin board, try doing a picture frame. Get a lunch box or a sack. Now this is showing a gym. Most of you don't have a gym at your house. I doubt any of you have a gym, but maybe you could go measure something in your yard. Maybe you could measure your driveway, or you could something like that. So make sure you write in what you're measuring when you do this. If you come to Zoom today, we will do a few of these together, but we're not going to do the whole thing because I want to do some of your social studies in Zoom today if you come. So for today for social studies, you're going to get your America's Pioneers booklet, which are the photocopies of this book, and then you're going to have another booklet that has, it says, Our America 5th Workbook. So you're going to find the page that says, Do you remember prairies? And you're going to look at the questions, then you're going to read it. Don't answer any of the questions yet. Just read the questions. This is what I'm looking for. Then as you go along and you read, oh, wait a minute, they talked about tall grass. Oh, I'm reading that here. Then write it down. So you're going to read 5 pages in this book and answer the questions here. Now, after you're done with that, we're going to get started on making our covered wagon. So let me show you how to get started. So this is the covered wagon. You should have 3 pages. You should have the wagon bed, the wheels, and the wagon cover. So all you need is some kind of brown crayon, colored pencil, marker, maybe several different shades of brown. So I'm going to show you an easy way to do this. If you have a broken crayon with the paper off, you can just color this wagon very easily with that broken crayon. Do you see how fast I'm doing this? This is not even fast forwarded. This is real time. And then you want to color the back as well. The part where the wagon is. Okay, so if you do it like this, you can color it really fast. Now, we're going to make it look a little bit better, and I'll show you what you can do. So this is why I said choose some different browns, because now you can make it look like it's wood. So you can put some different lines in it. And sometimes in wood, they have these little knots in there. So you can take this and you can kind of put some wood, maybe like some planks, by drawing lines and maybe even half circles like that, if you'd like to do that. It might be easier to cut it out and then fancy it up if you want. Okay, so just you could draw some lines just to make it look like there's planks. Some kids like to actually make real planks by drawing a line all the way across, all the way across, all the way across, making it look like it's planks. And you can use different colors of brown to do that. Okay, now the same with the wheels. You're just going to color in the wheels. It's okay if you go out of the lines a little bit, but you're not going to be cutting in between there. So just go ahead and color these. Okay. If you want to just color the whole thing like this, that's fine too. But then I would go back and maybe make this part a little darker. The part in the middle looks a little bit better. Anyway, you get the idea. Now this one is the grease bucket to keep the wheels from you know, the gears have to be oiled, sort of, so they keep grease. It's kind of like in your car, how you have to have oil in your car. Anyway, you could do this one black or brown. So now I'm going to show you how to cut it out. Oh, the covered wagon top is usually white, so you don't have to color that at all. Now, you have all these cut out, and tomorrow I'm going to show you how to put them together. So what I want you to do is not lose them. So I want you to put them in a stack. And what I would do if we were at school is I would take a paper clip, and I would paper clip them together, or you could put them in a bag, but just put them in a really safe place so you don't lose the pieces for tomorrow. Okay, I just noticed that I gave you this covered wagon paper, and we're not going to actually get to it till next week. So just put this paper aside if you're wondering, what's this about? It's for next week. So for our extra credit recess activity, we're going to do the Make Mom Happy game. And this is a game that I made up myself because I'm a mom. And this would make me happy if my kids did this. So what you're going to do is you're going to take some kind of container, like a laundry basket, a box, or a bag, and you're going to set your timer for 10 to 15 minutes. And what you're going to do is you're going to take that container and you're going to walk around the house, and you're going to see if you left any of your belongings in a place where they don't belong. So like you're going to go into the living room, you're going to go into the bathroom, you're going to go into the kitchen, and you're going to see, did I leave my shoes on the ground? Are my socks on the ground? Maybe you're going to go to where you do laundry. Is there laundry that is folded that I need to put away, or I need to fold and put away? Did I leave my books on the ground? Are my toys over here where they're not supposed to be? And you're going to gather those things and you're going to put them away. And you're going to see if you can go around your whole house and straighten up the things that belong to you. Now, if you didn't leave anything around the house and you have time left, then go over to your room or your study space and straighten things up there. And we'll see how much you can get done in 10 or 15 minutes to make your mom happy. Well, that's all for today, folks. We'll see you next time.